final round of a championship, and this year it's on your home circuit. What do you have to do this weekend to get the title?
I'm just going to focus on myself and put my head down, and I'm not going to focus on the other drivers. They're good, they're all pack, but I just need to focus on myself and win.
The guy who is the biggest threat is Caleb Woodendahl. At a regional 2 weeks ago, he beat you, but you had a nose cone infringement. Do you think you've got the measure of him for the weekend?
Yeah, he's not that quite fast on this track, no offense. I think my biggest arch enemy is going to be Keegan Beaumont and Murat.
So, come tomorrow, what is the strategy?
My strategy is just to focus on myself, put my head down and win.
Your last race in Micromax, the final here in Cape Town. Tell me what's going to happen this weekend.
Hopefully I can win and take the national championship, and yeah.
How are you going to do that? Because you've got all the work to do. The other guys are quite comfortable at the front.
Yeah, I qualified second, so hopefully at the beginning I can get a good start and hopefully get first and get a good gap and go.
The guy to beat is Reese on his home circuit. He's difficult to beat. And then Caleb Woodendahl has been very good this year. Do you think you've got the legs for that?
Yeah, I do.
National Championship final round at your home circuit. Are you going to pop up a surprise tomorrow for everybody?
Yes, we have good race pace, quite good qualifying pace. Reese got us by a 10th, but it's very tight, so I hope to have fun tomorrow.
This is a circuit that's got lots of overtaking opportunity. And the trick is not to go too early. You have to leave it to the last lap, because otherwise there's so many places where people can overtake you. So how are you going to handle that?
The slipstream down the back straight is pretty heavy and it's hard to get away. But I think with our race pace we can maybe get away. But tomorrow I'm just looking to have fun.
Last round of a championship, and also the most important round. Talk to me about tomorrow.
Tomorrow I'm gonna go defensive, try not spin, and and good luck to all the kids in the class tomorrow, and I can't wait.
You say you're going to go defensive, but this track has got so many overtaking places. You won here 2 weeks ago in the regional. Do you think you learned a lot from that regional?
Yeah, I did learn a lot. I had to go defensive a little bit because Raceway is very good. So, and if he'll do a cutback if I go inside, and then if I go back up long before the corner, he'll do a cutback.
Is there anybody other than Reese that you have to worry about?
No, it's just Reese and Murat.
Third in the championship, 4 races to go. What is your strategy for the weekend?
I need to try win. Everyone pulls on the inside. I'll see how I can pass people at the first corner, get in the top 10 and do the fastest lap and win the race.
Is this your first time at this track?
Yes, it is my first time at this track.
And because it's very different to the other tracks, Vereniging, Swartkorps, Idube, it's a totally different track. It's got long straights, lots of overtaking places. So it's not a track that you can block easily because otherwise you compromise your drive. So how are you going to handle all of that?
If somebody passes me, let them pass you, get the slipstream, and see where you can pass them again.
And who are the guys that you have to watch out for?
I need to watch out for Reese, Mohammed Murat, and yeah.
Turn 1, the lights go off and away they go as they race it down into turn number 1. I'm watching Koersen, he gets the whole shot. Reese Koersen gets the whole shot at turn number 1. He just ran it to the left and dived over to the right, and Koersen says, here I go. Reese Koersen is in that first position now, and he wants to pull away. He wants to show everybody else, this is my track, this is my lounge, this is my playground, and I'm going to do what I need to do out there. But he races hard down the back straight, but he's not been let get away. He's been chased and hunted down hard there through Cosmic and into Golf Club.
Right, into Golf Club they go now. The leaders working their way out now. Reese Curzon leads out. We have a look who sits up there behind him. It's the 627. That's Mohammed Murat. Murat sits there now. Smith sits there in P5. He'll want to do a little bit better now as they all cross the line. Right, they work their way through. Lead change there now as Murat gets through there now. Mohammed Murat taking the lead there over Reese Curzon. Keegan Beaumont's in there too. With Keegan Beaumont, there's Caleb Woodendal. Behind Caleb Woodendal, Josh Smith. They work their way now through the 180s that come out. Murat leading out there with Reese Curzon. And Keegan Beaumont's in there to upset the apple cart. He sits in third. Then it's Caleb Woodendal and Josh Smith. Down into Cosmic they go. And into Golf Club. All nice and tight up behind each other. Linus Stern as they work their way out here now. Murat leads out there now with Reese Curzon. Then that man Keegan Beaumont, Caleb Woodendal and Josh Smith, the front five now starting to pull away.
Watch out there for Beaumont. He's going to have a quick look there as they go through at turn number one. So Keegan Beaumont sits there in that third position as they're all running wide is Murat, and he's dropped down into that third position. That's not what he wanted, because here comes Woodendal. Woodendal sits there in that fourth place. He's going to have a go at Murat. Beaumont's gone up into that second position. Here comes Keegan Beaumont. They're right on the case of Reese Curzon as they head through Cosmic and into Golf Club. I tell you what, there's nothing between these four. Curzon comes through, then Beaumont comes through, then it's Murat. And as a matter of fact, no, into third position is Caleb Woodendal.
Right, now they go down and Reese Curzon has a look there. Murat up on the inside. Murat looks up on the inside. Murat goes through, and so too does that man Keegan Beaumont. Beaumont slides up into second place, and Beaumont's looking at first. Beaumont slides up. Beaumont takes the lead there now. And Curzon gets through to second. It's chopping and changing and slicing and dicing now as they lead their way out of the 180s. Brilliant stuff here from young Keegan Beaumont. Beaumont pulls out there over Reese Curzon. Then it's Murat, then it's Woodendal, then it's Smith. Smith looking up on the inside of Woodendal. Smith sees him, but Woodendal shuts the door in his face. Brilliant stuff here from these front five now as they work their way out. But keep an eye on Keegan Beaumont. Beaumont leads out over Curzon. Then it's Murat, then it's going to be Caleb Woodendal, followed in by Josh Smith. It's anybody's game now as they work down towards holes. Here come your leaders now down towards holes.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's all on there for that first, second, third and fourth position. Keegan Beaumont, my goodness, and Beaumont's lost the lead. Beaumont has lost the lead to Reese Curzon. Curzon's got his nose back up front again with a Beaumont that's dropping down into second position. Murat sits out there in third. Woodendal was briefly in third about a lap or two ago. He's dropped all the way back to where he was in fourth and lost a lot of ground as well, because right on his case and having a look up on the inside is Joshua Smith. Joshua Smith, as he made the move stick he has, Josh Smith moves up into that fourth position. And he's getting away now from Caleb Woodendal, and this is not what Caleb Woodendal wants. He does not want to find himself in that fifth position. Murat's having a look, and Murat moves into second place. He gets his nose ahead of Beaumont, but the leader heading into the 180s is still Reese Curzon.
Curzon leading out into the 180s there now. He's got Murat up behind him with Beaumont sitting there in third. Smith's coming in to join the party now. He's trying to close down on the back there. Down towards holes they go, and this is a real dogfight.
Right, to have a look at 4 and 5, and Woodendal goes through. Caleb Woodendal gets his nose ahead there of Joshua Smith. He goes all the way down into that. We've got a new leader. Murat finds himself out there in P1. Murat in P1, Curzon in second. Beaumont sits out there in that third position. As they work their way down the backstraight, they're getting away there from Keegan Beaumont. Joshua Smith, on the other hand, is having a look there at Caleb Woodendal. He wants to try and get his nose ahead of Caleb once again. But the top three working their way out of Box Bend. It's Reese Curzon from Murat, from Keegan Beaumont as they head across the finish line to start another lap. And covering the line, going into turn one to defend P4 is Caleb Woodendal over Joshua Smith.
Right, so still it's Reese Curzon leading out. Murat sits right up there behind him. Murat is this way, that way, any way he can. And Keegan Beaumont, best seat in the house there now in P3, having a look on, see what can I do to change up the status quo at the moment. So Reese Curzon leads out, Murat sits there with him, Keegan Beaumont Then at Caleb Woodendal, the head there of Josh Smith. Caleb Woodendal pulling away there now a little bit from Smith. Smith trying to reel him in and keep him honest as the leaders make their way out of box bin now. Reese Quizzen, Murat, and then Beaumont, then Woodendal, then Smith. They work their way through the kiosking down towards Holt.
Right, there's a pan out now. We're going to go for Mohammed Murat. Mohammed Murat gets his nose up into P1. Mohammed Murat has taken the lead away there from Reese Quirson through the kink. They work their way into the 180s and Reese Quirson comes back. And here comes Beaumont as well. Keegan Beaumont has made his way into that second position. Mohammed Murat has dropped down into that third place. It is a heck of a fight for this SA Championship. The final round, you couldn't have waited for better. Here comes Keegan Beaumont, and Beaumont puts himself into P1 as they work their way through the golf club area and into Box Bend.
Well, Keegan Beaumont sliding it in all over the show now, and Beaumont leads out with Reese Quirson in second. Mohammed Murat sits there with him. There could be a change up here as they go down in towards holes. Quirson looks up on the inside, and Murat squeezes in there. Poor Keegan Beaumont gets relinquished from first to third in one foul swoop now as they go down into the 180s. Into the 180s they go now, and Caleb Woodendal's under a tremendous attack there from Josh Smith there for 4 and 5. There your top three come through. Behind them it's Woodendal and Smith.
The final lap borders out. Mohammed Murat dives to the outside and tries to sell. Reese Quirson a dummy as they work their way out of turn number 1. Quirson looking over his right shoulder. He mustn't look around now. He's been absolutely brutally attacked there by Mohammed Murat as they work their way through the 180s with approximately a half a lap to go.
Right, so we're on the final lap now. Reese Quirson gets his head down. He doesn't want to let Murat come up on the inside. Murat goes at him. Murat had a look there. Keegan Beaumont in third. Down into Golf Club they go now, working their way out of Golf Club. It's Quirson. Quirson's looking this way, that way. He's trying to defend his line. Here comes Quirson towards the line. Murat's in second. Keegan Beaumont in third. The checkered flag is out. Checkered flag is out there now. It's going to be Reese Quirson. Quirson takes it from Mohammed Murat there. From Keegan Beaumont. Looks like Caleb Woodendal's got the upper hand there on Josh Smith. A brilliant, brilliant drive there.
Mohammed Murat is the man in P1 as they Keegan Beaumont, 671. Yes, Mr. Beaumont's in the house as well. And Joshua Smith also in that group. Oh, something happened just there as they come down to the start finish line. The home is done, the lights are on. We'll wait for the lights to go off. Lovely, lovely pace been set there by Mohammed Murat. Now they're going to pick it up, the revs, and race it down into turn number 1. Out of Holzhoek they come, the whole group of them working their way out of Holzhoek through the kink. They've survived up until this point as they enter hairpin number 1 through the 180s now. Different racing lines as they meander their way out of the 180s through the S's and onto the back straight they go. Down the back main we go now, and it is Mohammed Murat. Mohammed Murat, that is sitting out there in P1. Caleb Woodendal is there in that second position as they head through the 180s. No, Woodendal's dropped down to third. I do apologize. It's Beaumont that sits in that second position. It is the color scheme on those cards are very much similar, but it's definitely Keegan Beaumont that's in second. Woodendal sits in third as they head down into turn 1.
Well, having a look there now, and already chopping and changing now. Oh, and Beaumont gets Oliver, and Reese goes in and takes Josh Smith with him. Smith goes up into third there behind Quirson. Smith was third early on and got munched up, but has managed to come back as he follows the back end of Quirson. They go through there now, and your leader still is Mohammed Murat, who's making a breakaway there now. It's a big ask there for Quirson, and he's taking Smith with him. They go down into Golf Club as they work their way out. Mohammed Murat leads out. There's Reese Quirson, there's Josh Smith, there's Caleb Woodendal. And up behind Woodendal is Rachile Mailula. They work their way through up over the line now down towards holes, and have a look at Murat. He's checking out. The line is turned now. They're all making their way through holes. It's Quirson, it's Smith and Woodendal. They work their way down towards the 180s now. Smith follows the back end of Quirson. Woodendal's got other ideas. He wants to try and change this up now as they work their way through. Curzon holding there with Smith up behind him now. They're drafting each other now as they make their way down towards Cosmic Corner. There they go towards Cosmic Corner. Marat has got his foot firmly stuck down. But have a look at little Keegan Beaumont in the background there as he works his way through 2 places. Keegan Beaumont's on a charge now. He sits behind Woodendal. Woodendal sits behind Smith, who's following the back end of Curzon as they make their way down past the Kiosk King.
Through Kiosk King they come now, making their way down onto that home straight. I'll tell you this for nothing, it's a major fight there going on behind second place man Rhys Curzon. 1 second ahead of him is race leader Mohammed Murat. And right on Curzon's case is Joshua Smith, Caleb Woodendal and Keegan Beaumont. That is that group now that's trying to chase down race leader Mohammed Murat. Chasing down Murat, down the back straight they go. And here comes Joshua Smith. He looks up on the inside of Rhys Curzon and takes that second position away from Rhys Curzon as they exit Golf Club. Curzon drops down behind him. Then we've got Caleb Woodendal right behind Woodendal. It is Keegan Beaumont as the field run it across the finish line and head back down into P1 and having a challenge there. Beaumont goes through there on Woodendal.
Some fantastic dicing here for 2, 3, 4 and 5 now as Caleb Woodendal comes back at Keegan Beaumont into the 180, slips up on the inside. Smith still leads out over Curzon there and they're chasing down Murat, who's up a little bit ahead of them now. Mohammed Murat down the back straight with Josh Smith and Rhys Curzon. Curzon comes back at Smith. Curzon's going to go up on the inside. He's going to leave it late and he dives up on the inside of Smith and Beaumont goes ahead there now of Caleb Woodendal. Up behind Woodendal there it's going to be Rapile Malula and Jordan Wadley who's coming to the picture now. So they all got it to do here. Some fantastic fighting there. Still 7 laps left now as they work their way up over the line there. Mohammed Murat is checking out. He says, I've had enough of this now. Rhys Curzon, Josh Smith sits up there behind Rhys. And he come back at Rhys Curzon now. He sits there hoping to do that there. But right up behind him is little Keegan Beaumont. And Beaumont's on a flyer there ahead of Caleb Woodendal.
Curzon and Beaumont as they work their way through, and it is Smith that stays ahead there into Golf Club. Oh, Rhys got it very wrong under severe pressure and he might have lost that position there to Keegan Beaumont. We'll have a look and see. Well, yes he has. He's dropped to 4th place. So Keegan Beaumont has gone through there on Rhys Curzon.
Well, Keegan Beaumont's on a charge. He goes up on the inside of Smith. Beaumont takes over 2nd place. Smith's got it all to do now. He's got to come back at him. He drafts him going on to the 180s. Beaumont goes defensive into the 180s and Smith is all over the back end of him. Curzon needs to come back in it now with Caleb Woodendal up behind them. They work their way now out of the 180s down the back straight. Young Keegan Beaumont's on a flyer. He's going to go look for Mohammed Murat. Murat's going to have some slow traffic pretty shortly. Here comes Smith. He wants to come back at Beaumont, but Beaumont will have none of it. Down into Golf Club they go. Out of Golf Club they work their way now through bogs there and down towards the Kiosk King, and Smith sitting up there behind Beaumont. Beaumont sits there now ahead of Smith with Curzon up behind him, and Murat is down the road.
Well, it's a heck of a fight there between Keegan Beaumont and Joshua Smith as they head out of turn number 1, working their way into the 180s. Rhys Curzon is catching them. Rhys Curzon sits there in P5, so that's 3, 4 and 5 all together in one view as they head down the back straight. Actually it's 2, 3 and 4 because the back marker is ahead there of Mohammed Murat as they head through Cosmic and losing a position there is Smith. He lost a position there to Rhys Curzon. So Curzon gets his nose ahead there of Smith. He's not tucked in there behind the 671 of Keegan Beaumont as Mohammed Murat picks up that back marker. Now he has cleared that back marker. The question is, will that other group be held up by that back marker? We'll have a look and see, but there's no problem there for Murat. He's cleared that back marker already.
Right, Rhys Curzon sliding back up into 2nd place ahead of Keegan Beaumont now. Smith still sitting up behind Beaumont. That back marker sits there. Oh, and Keegan gets past the back marker. So too does Smith go up on his inside. Curzon's down the road, but here comes Keegan Beaumont. Beaumont looks up on the inside of Curzon and Beaumont goes to 2nd. Beaumont into 2nd now ahead of Curzon. Smith still sits there behind them with a whole gaggle of carters coming up behind them as well.
Oh, there's a well, the back marker caused a massive accident. Everybody survived it though. But the back marker, this young man doesn't seem to be very happy, but the back marker caused a bit of an issue, Francois, coming out of box bend.
A little bit unfortunate there for Wadley. He got a hell of a thump on the nose there now. And Curzon gets past there, past one of the slow markers now. Curzon trying to close down on Murat. Murat's up there. Curzon goes up into second place now. It looks like Smith's moved up into third place. They make their way down towards Cosmic Corner. No, it's still Keegan Beaumont who's in there. Beaumont still sits in third, but Smith's coming hard charging up behind him now. So Curzon sits in second place and Smith sits up behind Beaumont. Up behind him, Caleb Woodendal. They work their way now through. And checkered flag there for Murat, followed there by Curzon, followed by Beaumont, followed by Smith, followed by Woodendal. Right, so the Micromax roll around now at Reese Curzon there in the front together with Keegan Beaumont. Keep an eye on young Keegan Beaumont. Second row there, it's Josh Smith and Joshua Moore. So many names the same, it actually gets the confusion going here. But they lead into the tram lines now. Into the tram lines, they go lights off and they go racing down towards the holes. Who's going to get the hole shot? It looks like Curzon, and then it's Beaumont and Smith goes up into third. They work their way around down towards the 180s now and keep an eye on Curzon. He's going to want to upduck, check out and disappear, but Keegan Beaumont sticks in there. Have a look there at Smith. He's having a go at Beaumont. Beaumont has none of it now as they roll out of the 180s. Coming out of the 180s now, it's going to be Reese Curzon, Keegan Beaumont, Josh Smith, and it looks like it could be Jordan Wadley up behind him. No, it's not. And they make their way now into Golf Club. They're going to lead their way out of Golf Club now. Curzon getting away, Keegan Beaumont, Joshua Smith, and behind Joshua Smith it's Muhammad Wali. Wali sits in there and he wants to go and upset the apple cart.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye there on Muhammad Wali, but that fight up front is panning out. They are panning out. Sorry, I meant to say Murat. As the leaders work to as the leaders work to make their way down the back straight, Curzon, he's decided now he's going to have to pull the pin and run down into Cosmic, but Jason Smith sits there in that second position, and it's a distant second position there for Jason Smith. Then it's Mohamed Murat that is coming through over there, followed there by Caleb Woodendal. Woodendal needs to get his nose to the front of the field, and Smith's been attacked there by Murat. Murat goes through on the inside. Smith goes down to third, and he falls into the clutches there of Caleb Woodendal.
Right, so Reese Curzon leading out now, and Murat ahead there of Josh Smith. Josh Smith sits in third, and Caleb Woodendal goes up on the inside. Oh, and someone climbs up the back there of Josh Smith. So they work their way through now. Keegan Beaumont there. And having a look-see at Reese Curzon, who's checking out there now. There comes Murat. Murat followed there by Caleb Woodendal. And then Josh Smith. They come out now, and Reese Curzon gets followed there by Murat. Here comes Caleb Woodendal. There comes Josh Smith and Keegan Beaumont working up behind him now. Jordan Wadley up behind him as they make their way down towards Hull.
Right, as they make their way through and out of Holzoek, Reese Curzon says, I want this one. There's a whole gaggle of them that's working their way into the 180s. Through the 180s, this bunch of carts go, working their way out there. But right up front, it's still Reese Curzon that leads this one. Mohamed Murat sits in that second place. He's busy catching him as they work their way down into turn number one. And look at that, coming back. There is Joshua Smith. Woodendal was waving his arm. He was waving his arms there, and he gave two places away there, one to Joshua Smith and the other one to Keegan Beaumont.
So the leaders make their way down towards holes now. Murat having a look on the inside of Curzon, but Curzon closes him down. Curzon still stays in front now as they exit, and Curzon still holds out over Murat. Murat's got other ideas now. He looks up on the inside of one hand. Oh, they tap a little bit in the front there now. Still Smith sitting in third. He's followed by Keegan Beaumont and Caleb Woodendal. They make their way out of the 180s now. They're looking to drive down the back straight. Down the back straight they go now, and it's still Curzon over Murat, followed by Josh Smith, Keegan Beaumont, Caleb Woodendal. And up behind him, Jordan Wadley. Into Golf Club they go now. Leading out of Golf Club is that man, Reese Curzon. Curzon still staving off the attentions of Mohamed Marat, with Josh Smith in third. Keegan Beaumont tracking him. Here comes Caleb Woodendal and Jordan Wadley. They make their way down towards holes.
Well, the lead has changed, and Mohamed Murat has made his way into P1. Out of turn one, Murat takes a lead away from Rhys Curzon. Curzon under braking will come back again. Yes, he does. Into airport number 1. Well, I'll tell you what, there's nothing between this top 5 carts. Curzon says, I'm not going to let you win here on my playground. Down the back when he goes. Mohamed Murat sits there in that second place. Here comes Keegan Beaumont. Beaumont goes up to second. Keegan Beaumont muscles his way into that second position. My goodness, followed there by Caleb Woodendal as they work their way past us through Kiosk Inc. and the Pit S's.
Well, young Keegan Beaumont on absolute flyer now as he looks up at the back end of Rhys Curzon. Beaumont has got his race face on. Murat's coming back at him now. Murat goes to the second and Woodendal goes through. So once again now Beaumont gets relegated 2. And Smith, who was lying second, now finds himself in 6. And he comes back now at Keegan Beaumont. So it's chopping and changing. It's real salad mixing here between the pack.
Right, so Caleb Woodendal finds himself back in that third position again as he dives to the outside. Will he make a move? No, he doesn't. He's got Joshua Smith and Keegan Beaumont just there behind him as they work their way out of Golf Club. That's a dice for 3, 4, 5 and 6 for that matter as they come running past us. Jordan Wadley and Joshua Moore is also in that group as well that make their way down into turn number 1. You might have a change in the lead. No, we don't. It's still Rhys Curzon that leads out of turn 1 with Murat in that second position.
Well, we're having a look there. Caleb Woodendal forces Smith wide and that just allows Beaumont up on the inside. Beaumont moves up into 4th now and he's behind Caleb Woodendal. Smith gets forced to the outside and drops back down to 6th now. He's got a lot of work to do now. He has Wakey up behind him. There we go. Your leader now is Rhys Curzon, followed by Mohamed Marat. Then it's Caleb Woodendal and Keegan Beaumont, followed by Josh Smith and Jordan Wadley. They work their way out of Golf Club now, out to Boxbend they come. Your leader now, Rhys Curzon, got Mohamed Marat behind him, then Caleb Woodendal, Keegan Beaumont, Josh Smith and Jordan Wadley. Up behind Jordan Wadley, got Josh Moore in there too. That's getting very tight here in the closing stages. We've got 3 laps left.
Yeah, that is Keegan Beaumont that's got his nose ahead there of Caleb Woodendal, but Woodendal fights right back at him again. No, he doesn't make the move, stick there in the 180s. He tries around the outside and eventually he moves back up into that third position, putting Beaumont behind him. Down the back they go, behind Beaumont, who now sits on the outside of Smith. My goodness, we've got Jordan Wadley and Joshua Moore in that fight as well as they work their way out of Golf Club and Boxbend.
Yeah, having a look here, see Josh Smith takes 2 places, then takes the wrong line and loses 2 places because ahead of him is Woodendal and Beaumont, and out front still Rhys Curzon. We follow there by Mohamed Marat. And I tell you what, 3 and 4 having a lovely tussle. Caleb Woodendal's ahead of Keegan Beaumont in there. Josh Smith, Jordan Wadley all having a right royal scrap now. They're coming to the 180s. Into the 180s they come, and it's going to be absolute rumble now as Smith gets through on Beaumont.
Yeah, Smith getting his nose through there on Beaumont. We're watching Woodendal disappear down the road. Right behind him we have got Beaumont. Here comes Wadley into the back of him, followed there by Joshua Moore. But the leaders are making their way right up here towards them. But all of them are right there with each other. And have a look there at Woodendal. Woodendal is having a look there at Murat. Will he have a go up on the inside of Murat? No, he doesn't. Yes, he does up on the inside. No, he doesn't make the move stick. Mohamed Murat still stays there in that second position. And now that is allowing the leader, Rhys Curzon, to open up a slight gap on the 6 of them behind him.
Oh, Caleb Woodendal's in a sandwich there between Murat and Smith now. He doesn't know whether he must attack or not. Caleb Woodendal, the young lad there between all the older lads, and he's works through. Murat goes wide. Here comes Woodendal. Woodendal slips up into second. He goes to second and takes Smith with him. Smith into Golf Club, moves up into third, and Murat loses 3 places in one foul swoop as he goes back down to 6. This has done him absolutely no good.
Yeah, he's right there in the clutches of Wadley and Moore as they come around to start their last lap. This is on the final lap as they make their way down into the 180s. There's nothing between that group of carters that you see there, and fighting through, pushing and shoving and bumping, and Smith hangs on to that third position. Somehow he hangs on to that third place as they work their way down that back straight. Down the back main they go now, and they're not happy. Look at Beaumont is also having a look on the outside, but Rhys Koersen, well, with a quarter of a lap to go, he has got this one in the bag.
Well, your leader, Rhys Koersen and Caleb Winnendal, can make sure they're going to take this down to the final heat. And it goes to Koersen, Winnendal, Smith, incredible third, followed ahead by Marat. And behind Marat, we've got Keegan Beaumont, Jordan Wade
in first position, followed there by Caleb Winnendal in second. Joshua Smith, Mohammed Wali, Keegan Beaumont, Jordan Wadley, and Joshua Moore.
Caleb Winnendal sits on pole there with Keegan Beaumont. He's 5 points behind Rhys Koersen. He needs to beat Rhys Koersen in this one in order to take the championship. So this is going to be there. And I tell you what, if it's up to Rhys Koersen, he's going to be fighting right back. It's close stuff now as they will do it up towards the 180s. Into the 180s they go now. And it looks like it's Caleb Winnendal. Caleb is now getting his foot down, firmly stuck in the right-hand side of the floorboard. Now as he's pedaling away, he's banging that parallel out of the 180s down the back straight, and he wants to get away from the rest of the field. He is absolutely determined to get away there. It looks like it is going to be Mohammed Marat is sitting in second place, and Josh Smith sits in third. Well. If it stays like this, Rhys Koersen's got a problem in his hands, but Koersen's coming back at Smith. Caleb Winnendal's trying to get away there. Yeah, Koersen stays like that, he loses the championship, so Koersen is going to be fighting. Koersen's going to be attacking Josh Smith pretty shortly now as they make their way down in towards holes. And Caleb Winnendal is trying to get away there, but it looks like Murat is starting to reel him in. Here comes Smith and here comes Koersen. Koersen goes around the outside there and tries to come through, and look at Smith, he's attacking the back end there of Mohammed Murat.
Well, I'll tell you this for nothing, the championship leader doesn't want to be where he is. There's only 5 points between himself and Winnendal. And Winnendal is clearing off down the road. He's doing exactly what he needs to do to win, doing exactly what he needs to do to win the championship. He will win it by 1 point if the checkered flag had to come out now, which obviously it's not. We've got a long way to go still. Now, Rhys Koersen mustn't push the panic buttons now. He must just begin to make up one place at a time. He's got more than enough time to come through. Well, the three of them have now caught Winnendal, and through on the inside goes Murat. Murat puts himself into P1, and this is exactly what Koersen wants, but he needs to clear, with all respect, Joshua Smith and Winnendal. Joshua Smith's got other ideas. He gives him a bit of a nudge. He says to Rhys, come with me. Let's do this together. He opens the door there for Koersen. Lovely sportsmanship there by Smith. He knows that he can't win it, so he gives the opportunity to Koersen to move up into that third position.
Well, I'll tell you something for nothing, Frankie, as I was out there, I'd not be giving up positions. I want to race now, but Mohammed Marat leads out there with Caleb Winnendal. Koersen now sits behind Winnendal. He's going to want to get past Winnendal. If he gets past Winnendal, he knows there's a championship coming, and Koersen slides in. Oh, he bangs in, and Smith goes to second. Smith comes up into second behind Marat as Koersen bangs into Winnendal, works his way out there now. Winnendal must be thinking to himself, I'm coming back towards you now, buddy. We're going to be fighting with 3 and 4 now. Smith gets away and he's on his way to Murat. Winnendal comes back, he rubs the back there of Koersen and says, I'm here to fight with you, brother. Coming out now out of box bin now, it's Mohammed Marat there, followed by Josh Smith, Rhys Koersen, Caleb Winnendal. Up behind Caleb Winnendal is Rahili Maulula. They make their way down towards holes, and this is frenetic stuff on the front end of the field.
Well, it's all about that front four that's making its way into the 180s. Your two championship protagonists are sitting third and fourth at this point in time in that group of 4, and there's nothing. Well, if Rhys ends where he is now, he will win the championship by 6 points, keeping in mind that he's keeping Winnendal behind him, and Winnendal is losing ground. And going for the lead was Joshua Smith there, but here comes Rhys Koersen. Koersen up on the inside, and Koersen goes up to P2. Koersen into that second position. He's chasing down Mohammed Murat as they cross the start-finish line and head down into turn 1.
Right, so Murat leading out there now. And followed there by Reese Curzon. And Caleb Woodendal gets past Josh Smith. Caleb Woodendal's on a charge now. Reese goes to the lead now, ahead there of Murat. And I tell you what, this champion really showing the folks the way around the circuit now as he leads out of the 180 complex. Murat is not going to sit back and relax. He's going to come straight back at him. Keep an eye there on Woodendal. So down they go. And if Reese Curzon wins this championship, he'll be the only champion in South Africa to defend his title. So let's see if he can do it. He runs his way around, and Murat sits there with Caleb Woodendal and Josh Smith. Caleb Woodendal is pushing hard there up behind the back end, and Murat there is keeping a straight line. Murat looks to take the lead and does it. He gets past Curzon. Murat takes the lead, and here comes Woodendal. Woodendal's up for a fight. The young lad is in it to win it, but Curzon comes straight back at him. And look where Woodendal is on the back of Murat. This is getting exciting, folks. It's unfolding into a real spectacle.
Well, wherever you find yourself, anywhere in the world, look at this. It doesn't get much better than this. Down into Cosmic they go now. This is for the South African Championship in this class. The man that sits P1 and the man that sits P3, they are fighting for the championships. It's come down to the final race of the day for the final round of the SA Championships at Killarney International Raceway. And can Mr. Woodendal make a move and go into that second position and take that place away from Mohammed Murat? Mohammed's not going to make life easy for any of them. He might even have a go at Reese Curzon once again.
He has a look at Murat. He looks at the 180, sees he can squeeze through. Josh Smith's back in the picture now in 4th place there now. And Caleb Woodendal goes up on the inside of Murat and makes it stick. Brilliant maneuver there from young Caleb Woodendal. Absolutely years ahead of his time there now. Will Murat draft him and come back at him because Woodendal goes defensive? Woodendal goes defensive and Smith climbs up the back end of Murat. And Smith goes through. Smith goes through. Oh, and Smith spins. Smith spins. He's too hot in there. And he's going to have to try and get back into it. Well, he's lost a couple of 3 places. That's not the way he wanted to do it. He was doing so well. Caleb Woodendal's hard on the gas. He's chasing down Curzon. Caleb Woodendal is pressing. And Curzon there going into the 180s. Smith's coming back now. He's gaining some places. He's got a lot of work to do. He lost a lot of places there. But keep an eye on Curzon. Curzon leading out here. Here comes Caleb Woodendal. This one's real nail-biting, folks. I'm already down to my fingertips. As Curzon makes his way down towards Cosmic, Caleb Woodendal's following him. This young lad is not giving up by any measure. We've still got 2 laps to go as they come out of Golf Club into Bogsbend.
Right, we're going to come around and start the second last lap as the leaders make their way across the line to start their second last lap. There's a lovely dice going on here from that mid-pack dice that's making its way behind Joshua Smith. So we're going to pick it up, yes, from Joshua Smith all the way down to Hobbs. That's where this lovely dice is now that we are focusing on. And that is Smith, Malula, Martin, Moore, Beaumont and Hobbs. They're all involved in that dice.
Caleb Woodendal sits right behind Reese Curzon. Curzon goes through. And the rest of the pack coming through there now. There's the rest of the pack. That's your Wachile Malula, Keegan Martin. And they make their way through now as we start our final lap. There comes your leader now, Reese Curzon. Caleb Woodendal looking up on the inside. Curzon bumps him. And Caleb Woodendal still sticks it to him. Caleb Woodendal says to him, don't bump me. And he says, shows him some frenetic sign there. And he goes across his bow. And Woodendal gets squeezed wide and still manages to collect it. The young lad is fighting. This is absolutely brutal stuff out there, but what a beautiful drive by Caleb Woodendal. Woodendal comes out, he's ahead there now and he gets his head down. And here comes Murat. Murat's coming at Curzon. Murat's coming at it. And Caleb Woodendal. And coming out here now is Caleb Woodendal. I think Woodendal's going to get the flag. Here comes Caleb Woodendal. Reese Curzon, Mohammed Murat. And Woodendal's doing fantastically well. Woodendal comes through and he's going to get the checkered flag. Woodendal gets it from Curzon and Murat. It's going to be Jordan Wadley and Joshua Smith.
South African Micromax champion on the last lap of the last race. Talk to me about today.
It was very good. The first, second and third races I wasn't so lucky, but the fourth race I was very lucky to win it.
Talk to me about that last race. It was very physical.
The last race, it was very physical. I loved it, but I came first.